in the morning.
Welcome back to our channel, TV fans. Today is a great day to explore the madness of Genoa. We have so much to share about the upcoming pitfalls Michael might face and the troublesome consequences of his involvement with Phyllis. So get your favorite snack ready, sit back, and let's analyze the most shocking developments. Oh my god, I'm screaming. I literally cannot even deal right now. Okay, but listen, you guys have to hear what just went down because my jaw is actually on the floor. I was eating dinner and literally choked on my pasta watching this episode. Honestly, seriously, I am so stressed out by these fictional people. I feel like I need a vacation. Let's just jump right in because the audacity of everyone in Genoa City right now is off the charts, unhinged, completely iconic, but totally wild. Wait, before that happened, actually, let me set the stage because Phyllis Summers is literally losing her absolute mind and I am here for the drama. Also like, girl, get it together. So Phyllis has been clutching onto Summers' conglomerate, which we all know is actually Newman Enterprises. Don't even get me started on that, like her life depends on it. She swore up and down she would never surrender. She was acting like the absolute queen of the world, untouchable, iconic. But now the walls are closing in and I am actually sweating just watching her panic. She is cornered by the Newmans. They have completely stripped her of her staff, and now she is terrified of going to prison. Oh wait, did I mention the Matt Clark thing? I forgot to mention earlier, Phyllis is literally harboring a fugitive, Matt Clark, the most dangerous guy ever. She was using him as a pawn, which is insane by the way, and now it's totally backfiring. Nick Newman basically blackmailed her, which is so hypocritical I could actually scream. At this point I'm yelling at my screen like, Nick, she literally just saved your life. But whatever, anyway Phyllis realizes she might actually have to wave the white flag. The great Phyllis Summers might have to surrender the company back to Victor. I am dead, I can't breathe. But okay, even if she gives up the empire, she is still in massive legal trouble. Because Christine Blair Romalotti is on the warpath. Honestly, Christine is acting like a dog with a bone, and she will not let go. She has hated Phyllis since the dawn of time. Their feud is legendary, literally ancient history, and Christine is drooling at the thought of finally locking Phyllis in a cell, so Phyllis is panicking, right? She's facing all these threats, the attacks from the Newmans, the harboring of fugitive charges, and she realizes she needs a miracle. She literally cannot even enjoy her victory anymore because she is drowning in all this chaos. So what does she do? She goes to Michael Baldwin. Yes, Michael, the same Michael she just had a massive falling out with. I was like, are you serious right now? She is literally making the harshest, most insane demands of him. She wants Michael to fix this entire mess. She wants him to clear her name, get Christine off her back, and keep her a free woman. Which, honestly, is a tall order considering Victor just fired Michael. Poor Michael is trapped between a rock and a hard place. He is loyal to his friends, but Phyllis is asking him to risk his entire career, his entire life, to save her from a mess she created. Why would she do that? She needs to get it together, I swear. She is pushing Michael so hard to clean up her mess and ensure she stays out of prison. The audacity. Not okay. I'm done. And don't even get me started on Victor Newman. Oh my god, the absolute smugness of this man. Victor has decided it's time to declare total victory. He is sitting there, acting like he is the absolute king of the universe. He thinks he has completely crushed Phyllis and won the war for Newman Enterprises. He's ready to pop the champagne and celebrate. I'm literally rolling my eyes so hard they might get stuck. Victor is so arrogant, so convinced of his own brilliance, that he thinks the Newmans can just declare themselves the winners and move on. He thinks they have every reason to celebrate, so we are just going to have to wait and see if everything actually goes his way. Spoiler alert, I'm calling it now, this is going to end badly for his ego. Okay, where was I? Right. So Victor is celebrating his big corporate win, but he is completely oblivious to the absolute tragedy unfolding right under his nose in his own home. This is the part that literally broke my heart. I had to pause and text my friend immediately because I was so stressed. Nikki Newman is suffering from these horrific, blinding headaches. Like, she is in absolute agony, holding her head, and it is so hard to watch. She is dealing with so much pain, and it is just not stopping. These persistent headaches are completely ruining her life right now. Victoria is panicking, and honestly, same. Victoria is grilling her mom, begging her to go see a doctor. But Nikki, being stubborn classic Nikki, is just brushing it off. She keeps telling Victoria that it's nothing new, that her doctor will just say it's a symptom of her multiple sclerosis. She thinks it's just her MS acting up because of all the stress. But Victoria is not buying it. Victoria is looking at her mother, and she just knows something darker is going on. Victoria is deeply, deeply worried, and she is pushing Nikki so hard to get a medical checkup. At this point, I'm yelling at my screen, "Listen to your daughter, Nikki." Victoria is terrified that this isn't just MS. She's terrified that her mother is facing a much more dangerous health crisis. Victoria is in this agonizing position where she has to practically force her mother to face reality. Nikki insists there's nothing to worry about, but Victoria finally breaks her down a little bit. Victoria admits she would just feel so much better if Nikki would at least go to the doctor and get checked out, just to be safe. And honestly, Nikki might just go to appease Victoria, but we all know this is leading somewhere terrible. Honestly, the foreshadowing here is so dramatic. I am genuinely terrified for Nikki. The fans are basically screaming that Nikki is going to face a devastating diagnosis in the coming weeks. Is it a brain tumor? Is it some other fatal disease? I can't even deal right now. The tragic irony of it all is just insane. Victor is out there throwing a party for himself because he got his company back, while the love of his life, his actual wife, is potentially walking around with a terminal illness. It actually makes me so mad at Victor, like he's a real person. Why is he always prioritizing his ego and his business over his family? If Nikki actually has a brain tumor, Victor is going to absolutely shatter. He's going to realize that all his corporate victories mean literally nothing if he loses Nikki. Wait, did I already say that? Whatever. Anyway, let me circle back to Phyllis for a second because my brain is just going a million miles an hour. I literally can't stop thinking about how Phyllis is going to handle Michael. She is backed into the tightest corner ever. Christina is out for blood. The bug wants Red behind bars, and she is not going to let Victor tell her to drop the charges. Victor actually thinks he can just wave his hand and make Christine go away, but Christine loves the idea of punishing Phyllis way too much, so Phyllis is literally begging Michael. And Michael is such a good guy, but he's already in so much trouble. I honestly don't know how Michael is going to pull off a legal miracle here, and if he fails, Phyllis goes to prison, which means she loses everything, which is probably why she's getting so close to Matt Clark. Matt is vulnerable right now. He's got this weird amnesia thing going on, and Phyllis is stepping up to protect him. It's so twisted, but I am so invested. Like, seriously, imagine Phyllis and Matt teaming up to take down Victor. And Nick. Nick totally deserves it after he blackmailed Phyllis. I mean, she saved his life. He was dying on her office floor from a fentanyl overdose. She and Matt saved him, and Nick repays her by threatening to send her to prison. The absolute nerve. I was so mad I literally threw a throw pillow at my TV. Nick is spiraling out of control. Victor is blinded by his own ego. Nikki is secretly dying, and Phyllis is plotting the ultimate revenge. This show is giving me palpitations. I can't breathe. Every single storyline is colliding right now, and it is pure, unadulterated chaos. I am so here for it. But I also need everyone to just take a deep breath. Except they won't, because this is Genoa City and nobody knows how to chill. Mark my words, the fallout from Nikki's diagnosis is going to change everything. And Victor's premature victory lap is going to age so terribly. I just keep thinking about Victoria's face when Nikki was brushing off the headaches. Victoria is usually so composed, so corporate, but she looked like a terrified little girl who thought she was going to lose her mom. And Nikki is just being so brave but so foolish. She needs to take this seriously. If it is a brain tumor, every single second counts. And Victor is too busy gloating about Newman Enterprises to even notice his wife is in agonizing pain. It's actually sickening. I am literally fuming just typing this. And then there's Phyllis. Honestly, part of me feels bad for her because the Newmans really did back her into a corner, but then she goes and makes these insane demands of Michael Baldwin and I lose all sympathy. She expects Michael to just wave a magic wand and fix the fact that she harbored Matt Clark. Like, girl, you broke the law, you hit a fugitive. You can't just hire a lawyer and expect all the consequences to vanish. But that's Phyllis for you. She always thinks she can scheme her way out of anything. I am so curious to see if Michael actually agrees to help her, or if he finally tells her to kick rocks. I am literally counting down the seconds until the next episode. I need to know what the doctor says about Nikki's headaches. I need to know if Victor's celebration gets ruined. I need to know if Michael saves Phyllis or lets her burn. It is all just too much and I am way too emotionally invested in these people. Okay, I need to go drink some water and calm down before I actually lose my mind. Talk to you guys later.